And yeah, oh, I'm good. You good?
I'm good.
Thank you. Okay, Aylesbury Alternative Music Society is extremely weirded out but proud to present the algorithm, a man who should need no introduction. I'm a little bit nervous because he's a personal hero of mine. I'm going to say I'm a bit of a fan, so it's a spectacular moment for me. We're going to display some of his tracks, get some gig footage, and you need to see this man in action. It is an incredible feat of synth playing for a start, not to mention anything else. Anyway, hi. Nice to meet you.
How are you?
Very good. Yeah, I'm good. I asked some silly questions. I don't know if they're going to be any good to you. This was all very ad-lib. I'm very happy to be here. But there was one thing I wanted to ask, right? You recently signed with the Fix label. Personally, has always been one of my favourite labels, purely because of Clayton and everything he does, and an amazing synth player. Now, there's a distinct difference between what Clayton has in terms of modular synth and what I've seen you play with. It's like you've condensed his entire studio into a magic box of tricks. And it makes me wonder, how did you even get out? I mean, why that method and not the usual hard synths? What was it? How did that even come into your mind?
Well, I grew up just using computer for everything.
Okay.
So I used to just download a shitload of softwares and plugins and just play around with that, because I never had enough money to buy myself great analog synthesizers or whatever.
I know the struggle. Yeah.
So it's because it started from that, I just evolved with that setup kind of thing.
Yeah, that kind of works.
So I'm used to have everything in the box kind of thing, and use as many software-based solutions as possible.
Oh yeah. Do you ever get people attacking you why don't you know? There's a hardware software battle going. I don't know if you're aware of it. Maybe.
Yeah. Of course.
If you had anything to say to those people, what would you say? Because I'd say just use the tools that you've got, and it doesn't matter what they are. It's a weird synth-based question, but there are a lot of purists out there, like black hats, white hats, maybe.
Yeah. Well, I completely understand the question, and I'm actually really interested into having some analog synthesizers at some point. I'm really interested about the sound of this old, especially old analog synthesizers.
And this is the amazing thing, because the sounds you've generated are completely over my head. I mean, I've got this and I've got a few little bits and toises, and I was how does he get that tone? How does he dial into it? It's it gets right into, I don't know, it's almost psychological to me how you get into the right bits of my brain. That sounds weird.
That sounds really weird.
Very weird, yeah.
I feel really uncomfortable.
This is a very strange place. But it made me think, if you had to do a show, but it was 30 years ago, can you imagine how hard that would be? I mean, how many different instances of synth would you have in one typical track? That's a very geeky question, but
I think there's too much to really remember. I don't really know. It's not possible for me.
That's incredible.
But yeah, I think it wouldn't be really possible to do it 30 years ago, because there's so much stuff that depends on
it would have to be an orchestra
the power
of
of today's computers and stuff.
Well, I would love to see it. Nonetheless, can you imagine that? Anyway, that's a weird question. One of my trademark questions is, I don't know why I'm going to ask you this, because you seem like such a peaceful guy, but it's an interesting question. If you could kick to death any band, who would it be? You don't have to answer it if you don't want. It's up to you.
Okay, probably kick myself.
Oh, exactly.
Just for no reason.
Kick yourself.
Exactly.
Never
with
mind
that sound.
That was not a sound you were meant to hear. We'll have to start again with new sound. But yeah, so that's essentially it. What was the video? Brute Force, right? That's the new album out right now.
Yeah, that's the new album.
It's incredible work that I haven't been able to listen to yet because my CD's not arrived. Not your fault, it'd be Amazon's. But
sorry about that.
No, it's not your fault. It's my fault.
Maybe it's my fault. Maybe on purpose I just delayed it just for you.
That would be that's special treatment to me. That's you. Not now. You can wait. That'd be awesome. But how long did it take you to complete that album? I mean, because it's not an easy one either when you're touring, when you're not to mention you do a load of workshops as well, I believe.
Yeah. I had like a big session towards the end, like for like 3 months or maybe 4 months. I didn't have that much tour, that much concerts. Is it still recording?
It is now.
Yeah.
We can take the sound back. It's relatively quiet. I've been doing this in pubs and everything. See how much of this is? This is terrible. This is terrible.
You've let yourself down.
I have
really
let myself.
Your big break.
I've let Aylesbury down. I've let myself down. I've let Rémi down.
I think you've let Rémi down.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed.
I'm disappointed too. I don't blame you. I have no idea what I'm doing. The whole point was that I have no idea what I'm doing.
We proved that.
Yeah. I know.
We can see it.
Hey, look at where I am. I don't know what I'm doing. But generally, like, you did a remix actually. I remember now of one of Clayton's tracks. What possessed you? I mean, because is that how was it? Was it like, did he give you permission? I mean, would you just go out and do it? Because I don't know how any of it works really when it comes to the industry. It's just a case of how did you want to do it? What was
from what I know, he discovered the algorithm maybe on Spotify, or I don't really know. And then he asked my manager if I wanted to make a remix of one of his tracks. So that's how it happened.
Oh,
just like he discovered the algorithm, he was like probably like, oh, it's kind of cool. Maybe I can get him to remix one of my tracks, and then the track was put on his latest album, I believe, End of an Empire.
He's very prolific. But I mean, for you personally, that must have been like, this is like fantastic.
It was really. It was impressive, like to see that.
It's almost like, are you from Tron? Did you like come out of Tron? Yeah, it's kind of like you have been born in this Tron world and you've just been like injected into it to present to us the fucking music of the future. So if you drink before the show, it's probably not a good idea, but we'll sort something else. Maybe you can point someone out. That guy gets a free drink. That guy gets a free drink. Anyway, but you get the sound and then you win stuff.
All right.
It's a nice competition. So I'm not going to touch this because it crackled. Let's play. Which one would you like? Is anyone from the top deck?
Just the first one.
Just the first one? Okay.
Top left.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
That's really hard.
That is a tough one.
Obviously, some kind of fighting movie.
Yeah.
I would have gone with Bambi.
Bambi.
It was nearly Bambi.
It was nearly Bambi.
Watership Down was probably more suitable.
Yeah.
Definitely the end scene.
That makes me cry. I don't know what.
No, it is hard. It's actually, who was it? It's Eddie and Richie from Bottom. It's just that like no. Okay. It was alternative comedy, alternative scene. Maybe didn't make sense. Anyway, this has been the most ridiculously amateur interview you could possibly imagine. But I've been humbled by the presence of one of my musical heroes. So give me some slack, okay? It's been an absolute pleasure to talk. Whatever I've been talking about.
That was great. That was funny.
Yeah. So
it was very funny.
Really?
Very funny.
Okay. Yay. Thank you.
Cool.
Yeah, that's that. So
that was Bottom.
Nice.
Yeah, that was Bottom. Yeah.
Can you play the other?
Yeah, you got this one.
Do you think that God came down from heaven and stopped